Guys, I'm ATK and today I'm back with another Python lesson. Today we're going to be learning how to move and control your object. So in the first class or the first lesson or the first video, we learned how to make a simple drawing, but this time you're going to learn how to actually code something so you can move it. If you have ever played any games, you probably know that you use your keyboard to control your player. So that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to use our keyboard to control our player, except it's just going to be a ball. So as you can see, I have opened Mu, and I have opened another tab in Mu called moving.py. So we're just going to do some moving stuff. Let's go. Okay, so basically, what we want to do first is we want to get the starter template for our game. The starter template is very important. Otherwise, your thing won't work. So here's my starter template. I'm borrowing it from some other games. Okay, there's my starter template. I'm gonna name it something else. I'm just gonna name it moving. Okay, and then basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make my ball. I'm gonna make my player. So basically my player, say it's gonna be a round ball that's green that can move around. Not too complex, but it should be pretty good for beginners. Okay, so let's first make the ball. What we want to do is name the ball. So say we just name it ball, right? Because it's a ball. And then we want to say like give it a color, a size, a coordinate. So all of that, right? Let's say that we want to yeah, okay. So what you want to do for this code is pg.rect. That's the coding command. And what you want to do is put the coordinates and then the height and the width. So say I want my coordinates to be 300, 400, right? Um, and basically, that's my coordinates. So then I have to put my width and my height. Okay, so width and height, let's say 50, 50. Pretty simple. Okay, so there's my ball. Now what I want to do is let's make a while loop. A while loop is basically something that loops, something that can play over and over. It doesn't just happen one time. So for a while loop, you need to put while true, and you have to watch your capitalization, otherwise it won't work. Then you gotta put a colon and indent. After that, you want to put some basic things in a while true. If you do not put these basic things, it might not work. So screen.fill white, we want it to be white. Or if you want it to be some other color, that's fine too. And what we want to do is we want to put a pg.display.fit. What this basically does is it flips the image. Like I told you guys in our last class, say the drawing is flipped upside down, right? To for you to see the drawing, you gotta flip it. So that's why this command is used. And then there's a clock dot tick, basically the FPS. Okay, so let's see. So clock dot tick is basically the speed. Okay, now say we want to, what do we want to do? We want to draw the ball on the screen, right? So I've made the variable for the ball, but we need to actually draw it now. So what we need to do is we need to do pg dot draw dot ellipse. And I do ellipse because I want it to be a circle. So if you want it to be a rectangle, you do rect, R-E-C-T. Then what I want to do, I want to put screen. So I want it to be on the screen. I want it to be green, right? And guys, you can't just name colors. You actually have to define it here. So if you don't know how to define a color, you could always search it up. And then I want it to be the variable. So I want it to be the coordinate and the height and the width. Okay, so now we've drawn it. Now if I'll run it, you guys will see that there's a green ball on the screen. Pretty cool. Now is going to be an important part. We're actually going to move the ball. So to move the ball, here's two commands that you really need. Um, so these two commands will actually fulfill you to move the ball. Otherwise, without these two commands, you cannot move the ball. First, we need to do pg.event.com dash is there, and keys equals pg.key dot get press. A simple command. And what we want to do is after I've defined my keys, we want to do this command if we want to move up, down, right, or left. If pg dot sorry, if keys pg dot k say we want to go up, then we'll do that. So that's an if statement. So if something happens, then this happens. So we do that, and then what we want to do is we want to save the variable name. So say we want to do ball, and then to define why it goes up, we need to do 0. So we do 0 because these are all indexes inside the parentheses. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So it looks like there's 4, but there's actually there are 4, but we say it's 3 because the first one counts as 0. So this is the y coordinate. I mean, this is the x coordinate. So for the 0, we for x coordinate, obviously it goes right or left. So we wanted to go say right. So I would change this actually because I don't want it to move right if I move that up key. So then I would do plus equals because right is positive direction, left is negative direction, and up is negative and down is positive. Yes, I know that in most graphs you've seen, up is always positive, but in Python coding, up is always negative. Okay, so plus equals, say we wanted to move like 5, right? So if we run it now, we press the right arrow key, boom, it moves 5. That's how easy it is. So guys, wait just a sec and I'll move all directions. So guys, now I've coded it all directions. So as you can see, for right and left, it's 0 and it's negative and positive, and for up and down, it's 1. It's supposed to be 1 over here, and it's negative for up and positive for down. So once you figure out how to move one, it's very easy to move all. So let's try it out now. See, it's going all directions. See, that was my simple lesson on moving and controlling your player in Python. So goodbye for now. Bye.